off to the races. Guys, we want to welcome everybody out there around the country, United States, Canada. We've got a special guest from Taiwan with us today, and you're going to see why. We've got so many countries involved in just a minute. And what we're going to talk to you about today is a way for you to have a home-based business. And we're going to talk to you a way today about to improve your health. And anytime finances and health are headed the right direction, usually life is headed the right direction. My name is Todd Rowland. I'm coming to you live from Destin, Florida this morning. This is what I do full-time. I was previously a high school football coach, started part-time like everybody does in this industry, and it turned into a full-time career. My co-host, Tammy Crumwitty, is from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. She also has resigned and went full-time at this business too. Tammy, why don't you share your story?
Hey, good morning, Todd. Thank you. And good morning to everybody on the Zoom. So I got started with RX 7 years ago. My husband and I looked at this as a way to lose some weight. We were pretty skeptical because everything we had tried in the past didn't work. And my smart husband said, just try it. If it works, then we'll share it with our friends. And if it doesn't, we won't. So we got started. I actually lost 10 pounds and dropped 2 sizes in a month. And my husband lost about 40 pounds. And we just felt great, Todd. So we started sharing it with everyone because we had the energy of a teenager again. And thanks to this business, I was able to leave the mortgage company. My husband owns a small mortgage company in Myrtle Beach. And even though he was my boss, I missed out on a lot because I had to be here all the time. And I missed out on things with my children. And so I'm just so thankful, not only for our health and the energy and how great we feel, but for my time freedom. I never have to tell my kids no for anything, and I don't miss anything in their life. So it's a true blessing.
And Tammy, you just do this right along with what you do in life. You're just a very part-timer. I always joke with you that you're the super mom. You're always cooking for your husband when he comes home from work, but you build this business on the side around all that. It's pretty nice, isn't it?
You know, it is, Todd. And I think that, we tell people what's going on in our life. If we feel good, we tell people. If we find a great hairdresser, we tell people. So it's really not any different than what I was already doing. I just get to help people now, whether it's help transform their life or bring some extra income for a family. It's just helping people. I love it. I really do.
Well, that being said, you heard from Tammy the 2 things that this delivered for her family. It delivers the same 2 things to everybody. And sometimes people are interested in only one of the 2 available gifts that this company offers. So we're going to go through them and kind of see where you sit. The first gift is we have a nutritional product line and other divisions of products too that truly are the best in the world. You'll see that as we get into the details, but this is a way for you to create a better health. You can lose weight, you can reduce inflammation, you can sleep better at night, have more energy. More serious conditions, we've got anecdotal stories all the time with how those are getting better when they go back to their doctor. So anyway, just fantastic. Then the second thing that's available, as Tammy also mentioned, this is a way on a part-time basis to do something around your current occupation and build in a stream of income from home that's not affected by a stay-at-home order because we're already a stay-at-home business. We build from home. You see how we do it. You're on the Zoom this morning if you're a guest or you're watching the video. We like sharing this opportunity with people in person at Starbucks or at a kitchen table or in a bigger meeting too, but it can be done completely from home if that is your desire. And then if you choose, after you get involved, there's an opportunity here to create a very large walk-away residual income that can really change your whole financial future. And that's the reason we attract professionals like Vince Green. Vince is a criminal defense lawyer in Michigan. I'm talking about world-renowned. His dad's out of Las Vegas, also a criminal defense lawyer, just an unbelievably successful family. And, a lot of times people think successful people like that might not want to do something like this. Vince started his journey here with both options in mind. He wanted better health, and he also wanted residual income. Vince, would you mind sharing your journey along the way of how you've accomplished those 2 things?
Thank you, Todd. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Zoom call. Todd, my journey started because I knew you before. I knew Aaron Decker, some other leaders, Ken Bailey, and I trusted you all. You said, try this, see, let's get into this business, and there's some opportunities, not just for health, but financial. At the time, I was probably tipping the scales around 275 pounds over the last couple of years, especially last year with my with the use of the drops, and I know you're going to talk about the drops, our Slenderize program and the other products, I've been able to accomplish 83 pounds of deleted weight. And back to my, most people don't, if they haven't known me since high school or college, I am down to my college weight now. And I'm still looking to lose some more weight and get ripped and fit and ready for the summer weather. Financially, it's been great too. I've had a successful career as a criminal defense attorney, but I'm only as good as the next client that comes to the door. And I always joke that because I do criminal defense, I'm about as close to residual income as other than those in the insurance business, because my clients keep doing the same thing over and over again. But working this business and helping people in another way, where they can get their health back, the financial gifts have been great. And it's been, as Tammy said, what can I say? It's been a true blessing.
Vince, you're awesome. That picture, because I saw you when you were wearing those pants, just boggles my mind. Your success is unbelievable. And, the company that Vince and Tammy and others you're going to hear from as I go through this are talking about is a company called RX. We are headquartered in Utah. That is the brick building there. But our company actually operates now in over 40 countries. We have physical offices in 22 of those countries, but we're shipping all over the place. You heard, if you were early today, you heard the young lady chime in from Taiwan, which is one of our countries, China, Japan, Canada, Mexico, Australia, almost all the European countries. Matter of fact, our business is absolutely exploding throughout Europe. And, they've had stay-at-home orders longer than we have, especially in Italy, where they did over $1 million in sales just last week from home in Italy. So what a perfect business for the time frame we're in. Our company is really set up for everybody to love because we have multiple divisions of products, 9 different brands to be exact. We have skincare, we have clean air and water, we have nutrition, we have weight loss. My favorite 3 right now, everybody has their own favorite. My favorite 3 are nutrition, weight loss, and energy. If you combine those 3 together, you're talking about a multi-trillion-dollar marketplace. And we literally have the best products in the marketplace. And the reason for that is the doctors behind these products. We have our Chief Product Officer, Deanna Latson. She oversees the development. She's spoken at over 800 universities on the subject of nutrition. We always have the best quality of product. We never have a negative ingredient. And she has 63 doctors that help her with that process. Tammy, I think we've got a slide for that. If you don't mind, Tammy, you and Vince both, y'all have met a majority of those doctors. Why don't y'all share what you've seen from the doctors?
Todd, what I love most is Deanna Latson, our Chief Product Officer, and she does a couple of things that are unique, which is, one, she sources the best raw ingredients that are available. She has a whole team that does the research on that. And then the second thing Deanna does is each ingredient gets a clinical dose. And we're not used to that. When we go to Walmart or Vitamin World or wherever and we buy these products, we're getting just a little dusting. And so having a clinical dose in there is what makes these products so well, in my opinion. But I'll turn it over to Vince. I know he's been to Utah and manufactured facility and all that good stuff.
Yeah, he works hand in hand with one of our top doctors, Dr. Ginger. They live in each other's backyard, so he gets to plug into the source a lot.
That's correct, Todd. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, Dr. Ginger is phenomenal. I mean, when you got people like Deanna Latson and Dr. Ginger that had been, prior to this company, had been pitched to them about a lot of businesses, quote unquote, health products, and they they took a long look at this company. I know Dr. Ginger, they only will allow clean products that will go out into our consumers. And so Dr. Ginger is great to work with. She is so knowledgeable about all of these products, and we love it because she is, 45 minutes away from us here in Okemos. And so we are truly blessed to have her, someone that I can tap to on a daily basis.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, some of our products are so good they made it into the physician desk reference. We're manufactured in an over-the-counter OTC FDA manufacturing facility, which simply means our nutrition has to rise to a standard that 99% of all nutrition does not have to rise to, because nobody oversees the general nutrition marketplace. What that means to you, the consumer, is we always have in our product what the ingredients say we have in our product. That's not necessarily always going to be the case out there in the public. And because of that, we're attracting phenomenal athletes. Anthony Moreland was a track star in Louisiana. I was talking to him the other day, ran a low 40s 400 meters. So if anybody knows about track, that is booking it. But during college was exposed to our industry, and after moving out of athletics, decided he wanted to become an entrepreneur. And Anthony, instead of me telling your story, why don't you kind of share your interest into the industry? And you were telling me the other day about your interest into the workplace after college and what you found out and why this is something that you want to do for the rest of your life now.
Okay. Hey, Ty. Hi. Good morning, everybody. My name is Anthony Moreland. Everybody just calls me Ant. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I went off to college, like Ty said, to run track. Got a track scholarship, and I was very thankful. And I always kind of wanted to be a business owner of some kind, but I also loved computers and technology. So I went to school for computer science and business administration. I was a double major, ran track, but also I didn't grow up into money. And so when I went out to college, it was pretty much just me. And so I started working as well on the side. So I pretty much was very, very busy. So there's a lot of people out there that they may be watching this that say, hey, I'm too busy for this. Well, hey, I was very busy. Double major, ran track, which was like a job, and had worked 2 jobs on school campus and off campus. And so I was very busy. Started at 5 a.m. and sometimes after studying, then finished at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, short amount of sleep and everything. But I was looking, and I loved the money that I was making, but my day was very consumed. I didn't get to have fun anymore. And I love having fun with my friends and family. If somebody was having a birthday party, I love to be there. But I was looking for something. I didn't know what it was going to be. I remember getting on my hands and knees and praying. And then next thing you know, I had got introduced by some track teammates of mine. They just asked me if I was open to making a little extra money. I said, yeah, I'll check it out. And I went over and sat down and heard everything about it. I said, hey, if half of what y'all telling me is true about the products and what they could do for my family, that'll be a blessing. But also, if half of what y'all telling me on this income, that'll be even better, because I could just work for myself. And so I got started. And, just like life, just like everybody else's life, I had adversity here. I remember right when I got started, a couple weeks after that, I lost a good friend of mine. I remember somebody broke into my house and stole the rent money. The landlord didn't care. He wanted his rent money, so I got evicted. Well, me and my teammates got evicted. Then next thing you know, my mom's house burned down the day after my birthday in 2011. And for me, personally, you guys, that hurt me bad, because as a man, and then just as being a son to his mom, when I look at my wallet, all I had was $10 to give her. I really couldn't do anything for her. I said I wanted to make a change. I never wanted to be in a situation in my life where I couldn't help out a friend or family member if they were in need. And so I took this serious and really teamed up and was very coachable. I was very coachable to all my leaders, like Brent, like my friend Justin, like Crystal, that you'll hear from later, and a lot of other great friends of mine. And I went after this, and I started sharing this just naturally, honestly and ethically. I told people why I got started. I was looking to make some extra money, looking for some products to help out my family as they were getting better. But then also I did get the job offer from Apple. I was working at Apple for a couple of years, and it was great. It was great. But I only made what they said I deserved. And I felt I was deserved way more. I deserved way more than that. And so I remember my grandmother had a stroke, and I asked my job, could I have a couple of weeks off so I can help out my grandmother and take care of her? And they told me no. And I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna put my 2 weeks notice in because I have something where I can work on my time and I can help my grandmother out still. And so for me, you guys, that was my story with it. But also I want to add real quick, Todd, is what I'm more excited about. I'm more excited about the future of this company, and you'll see in a little bit of where we're going, but how many people we can help out that was just like me and that was just like everybody else on this call in a situation, whatever situation it is in your life. I believe this company can help you out physically and financially. I hope I did all right, Todd.
Anthony, that is so powerful. You hit on a couple of things. There's nothing like taking a job for a living and then something happening in your life and needing some time off, and they want to cut your pay or not give you the time off. I mean, it's just taking life into your own hands. Anthony, I know you're headed to the top. I have zero doubt in my mind. I'm looking forward to working alongside of you and watching your journey. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And as we move into now, you know, you saw that we have 9 divisions of products. Everybody has their own favorite. A lot of us love the Lemieux energy drinks. They are absolutely fantastic if you're an energy person. A lot of us love some of the skincare, different things, but we have what's called a transformation pack. There's different transformation packs available. Depending on who's talking to you, you may look at different products, but the 3 products in the transformation we're going to talk about today, we're just going to run through it real quick. This is a great starting point. The first product that a person can start with is a product called MOA. It is 36 of the world's best superfoods in a liquid nutrition drink. 11 of these superfoods specifically fight inflammation. Clinical studies showing the reduction of inflammation in the body. So let's just think for a minute. What is related to inflammation? Well, joint pain, arthritis, fibromyalgia, soreness in all the joints after working out. It increases athletic performance because you can recover so much quicker. There's 5 medicinal mushrooms and a number of other superfoods like elderberry that boost the immune system. Who doesn't want a better immune system? Tammy, the great thing about MOA is that people that take MOA, I know you've got a couple of kids and every mama wants to protect their kids. When we keep MOA in our children, we just don't get sick, do we?
Absolutely, Todd. It's this helps me sleep better at night because my 2 teenagers can drive themselves now and they hit up Chick-fil-A and a couple of the other fast foods frequently. And so being able to put MOA in there and help fight off some of that inflammation that I know that junk's causing helps me sleep better at night, truly.
It does a ton of other things, as you've seen on the screen, with helping with anti-aging, helping healthy bones and joints, superfoods that have been shown to help protect the cardiovascular system. It's just an all-in-one product. 36 of the world's best superfoods. And the second product is an energy product. As I mentioned earlier, we have liquid energy with our Lemieux brand, but we also have Rejuvenex. By the way, before I hit Rejuvenex, there are some of our athletic performance pictures. The guy there in the bottom right won Mr. Florida after taking the MOA. He said it helped remove the subcutaneous fat. The girl on the top left became the #1 CrossFit girl in the state of Tennessee. After she began taking MOA, she said it improved her recovery times and allowed her to get more workouts in. Deanna Brownlow there on the bottom left is a personal trainer with a big operation up in Michigan. Maria won Miss Fitness Michigan after starting on the products. Just Andrew's a young kid that just graduated from Virginia Tech, and they're in the middle. He's a big CrossFitter on the MOA, so it goes forever. But the next product is called Rejuvenex. It's got green coffee bean extract and a number of superfoods. And man, it boosts your energy. It is an unbelievable product. And if weight loss is your goal, when you combine it with our third product, which is a box of drops, it absolutely crushes your vices. And Tammy, I know Rejuvenex is also one of your favorites.
This is my favorite product. I take 3 every day. It gives me 8 hours of very clean, sustained energy and mental focus. And when I take it with my MOA, I feel like Superwoman.
And the third product, this is the product we can't keep in stock. Everybody wants it, especially during quarantine. I had to order some extra because I have not been out of my driveway now in a month. And that means I'm always around my refrigerator and pantry. And my wife, she can eat anything she wants to and not gain a pound. And everything I eat makes me gain 2 pounds. So there's all this food. I'm walking around it all the time. So I was like, Ashley, I got to double up on my drops. I do not have the discipline to say no to these Nutty Buddies you just stuck in my refrigerator. So these drops literally are 11 different plant leaf extracts that balance the hormonal things going on in the body. It balances the thyroid, balances your pancreas and insulin secretion, balances other hormones, brings all that stuff into balance. And what that does when it comes into balance is it keeps you from craving things. It gives you, we nicknamed them liquid discipline, because it gives you real ability to make good decisions on things you eat. The other bottle is full of B12, niacin, rosehip extracts, slightly raises metabolism, helps with anxiety and stress. Lots of studies showing B12 helping with that, and gives you an overall sense of well-being, keeps you burning calories all day. But then Tammy, it comes with a 19-page color instruction booklet and the approved food list that everybody's looking at. And Tammy, you make this look so good on your Facebook post. I mean, I can eat this approved food list 7 meals a day as long as I've got the drops in me and somebody's preparing it the way I see your pictures.
Thank you, Todd. Well, you know, like you, I had to jump back on the Slenderize because my 16-year-old daughter took over the kitchen for a week, and it was like eating at Cracker Barrel every day. And I outgrew my clothes. Like, eating her cooking in 1 week did me in. But jump back on here, lost 8 pounds in less than 2 weeks, feel great. Everything is feeling balanced. And our food list is so large. A lot of times I'll go to Pinterest and look for paleo or keto recipes, and I may have to tweak it a little bit to make it Slenderize approved. But there's a lot of food we get to eat, and it's good food. And you know, the best thing about eating this food list is you can eat as much as you want. You can eat until you're satisfied because you're putting good whole foods in your body.
Yeah, and you don't have to count the calories is the big thing. You eat when you're hungry, just make the right choices, which leads us now to another very special guest. Christy and John Oakey are from Omaha, Nebraska. John is the local TV guy there on the television that everybody would see in their hometown on their local news station. Christy owns her own business. They've actually already raised a couple of children, but then they adopted 4 more. So they now have 4 young children when their grandparents' age, and they wake up. John wakes up at 3 o'clock in the morning to head to the studio to do the TV, and Christy goes and runs a company with a number of employees. And Christy and John have made a decision that this is what they want for their future to hold. Christy would like to do this full time. She's putting a full-time effort into it around her business. Her and John both had incredible transformations at the beginning of the year. John's pictures were just phenomenal. But Christy, tell us all about you guys.
Well, would you say we're crazy or what? We almost get an empty nest, and then we adopt 4 little siblings. And I run a company, and then my husband does the morning news. And so I am a single parent in the morning, and now I'm a full-time teacher along with owning the company and, you know, doing all that. So we got into this not to do a business. We got into this for transformation. And I think you'll find that with most people on here is that they want to feel better. They want to see the difference. And we started this 6 years ago. I was on a lot of medication, blood pressure, cholesterol. I was at my heaviest, and John was at his heaviest too. And we had to have the energy to now raise these beautiful children that we were able to bring into our home. So at that time they were 5, 4, 3, and 1. And I was having a hard time getting up off the floor to, you know, like I'd play on the floor with them and then trying to get up because I have really bad bursitis and hip problems and back issues. Anyway, lots of stuff. So with this, the transformation came to where I could do so much more. And I just felt like I had a new lease on life. I was feeling really old for my age. And although we are not grandparents, I think some people our age might start becoming grandparents about this age, but I'm 52 and I don't want to be, 52 is still young to me. And so I don't want to be that when they graduate, I don't want to be on a walker. Okay. I want to be young, and it's all up here in your mindset. And these supplements will help me get there. And so I feel a difference when I'm on them. And that's all we want to do, is we want to share that with people. And then if they choose to do this business, that's their choosing. So it's not a hard sell. It's because they work. I mean, Deanna Latson, when she created these products with her team, has a lot of things that she provides, and they're whole and clean. And I think when we start to see whole and clean together, is Whole Foods, they do something for our bodies, which God gave us. So we're filling it with God's food. We're filling it with nutrition. And then all of a sudden, that engine that God gave us starts to work properly.
You know, Christy, a lot of people that have your life, young kids, a business, husband has a full-time career, their biggest question is, how do you make it all work? I mean, how does Mama Christy make time in the day to even put any time at all into this type of business?
You know, in the very beginning, our goal was just to see if, oh, does this really work and does this really pay? Well, I want to tell you and I'm not supposed to say about my first check was quite large. Okay. And I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just excited because it worked. And when you're excited that something works, you tell your friends, and then I had 6 friends join, and I could have paid a house payment. Okay. So here's the thing. It worked. And a lot of people think, don't get involved in this kind of stuff because it doesn't work. No, this company is real, and they care for the people who are providing the service of going out and telling people. And so how to make it work, I juggle a lot of balls. And so at first, this took off for me, and I was like, I got to get a nanny. I got to get somebody to at least kind of come help me for a little bit. And I did. I had a girl come in and help me for a while. But as they start to grow, they start to take care of themselves a little bit more. But I will tell you, it was worth the juggle. What else are you going to do, you guys? I mean, we all have jobs that we have to go answer to. And they're going to decide whether you go on vacation, if you can go on vacation, or Anthony wants to go care for his grandma. You know, the thing is, you can't do that because you are owned by your boss. I am a boss, and I still felt trapped. I mean, I'm trapped and harnessed with things called employee taxes and employees alone. Oh my gosh, trying to deal with employees in different moods and different things can be quite exhausting. And so, you know, to run a business and have a home full of children, and then, you know, try to work with my husband's schedule is a huge juggle, but it is so worth it to me, because I talked to a gentleman the other night, Judy's here with me right now. Judy had a third party call, and we got on the phone, and he literally makes, you know, $15, $16 an hour. And I said, so what's your plans in the future? And he said, well, I don't know. I just want to be able to go see my kids. They live in different states. I want to go be able to travel. And so what's your plan for that? Well, I'm not quite sure yet. I said, so where are you going to be in 5 years? And where are you going to be in 10 years? And I go, you're going to still be at that job? Because this doesn't come overnight. It takes work. I don't know why some people think if they order products and then they go tell a few people, they're going to become millionaires. They're not going to become millionaires. And I'm going to tell you, with hard work and ethic behind it, you will achieve. And it's worth every penny because it's your time. You're working for you. You have to be disciplined enough to work for yourself, because every morning and every Monday I wake up and I'm like, who am I bringing into the business? Who am I blessing with this business? And sorry, my neighbor's dog is going. But who am I going to, where am I going to make my income this week? Because I'm in charge of that. And who am I going to bless with this so that they can have income? Because whether it's $100 on the table at the end of the week so that you can buy extra groceries, or you want to make a house payment, or you want to go on some kind of trip, if we ever get to travel again, it can be done. It's all up here.
Christy, that is powerful. And you and John have my total admiration, because I also have 4 children. And I know the juggle it was when I first got involved in network marketing, trying to make everything work. It's not easy. It's a commitment, and it's the decision, and there's daily obstacles, and you just have to find your way around them. And I think everybody that's looking at this for the first time, if you're waiting on life to clear up and you have plenty of time, that day's not coming. Hello. So as we finish this presentation up, and thank you so much, Christy, for sharing that this morning. It's so powerful. Couple of other testimonials. Mark Lewis will be on our broadcast tonight. He joined the week the country shut down, has lost 40 pounds, and personally sponsored 15 people. So make sure you chime in tonight, hear him. And then, Tammy, flip on through the testimonials, and let's get on over to the end of this. You'll see here different people pop up that have lost 100 pounds, Sid 200 pounds. Some people like to add in a meal replacement shake with their transformation pack. They like to add in our Power Boost, which is an incredible tasting chocolate branched chain amino acid product. And they also like to add in our Giving Greens, which is 2 pounds of green vegetables. You can just add that in. It's fantastic. And which leads us now.
Hey, Todd.
Yeah, Tammy.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I have to add something. So I've been using Beauty Boost for several years, but I never remember to take it every day. And I found out that it was really good mixed with the Giving Greens. So for the last 30 days, I've had one serving of Beauty Boost every day, and I don't have any gray hair. I mean, the hair salons are closed, and I should have tons of gray right now, and I don't have any. So Beauty Boost.
Well, we just sold out of that. Hey, so the Beauty Boost has both biotin and Dermavol in it, 2 of the main ingredients in the beauty world. Helps with skin, hair, nails. It's a $20 add-on to your meal replacement shake, and you put that in with the power. I like the Beauty Boost, the Power Boost, and the Pure Nourish and the greens all in a big shake with almond milk and maybe some frozen berries. It's just fantastic. Which leads us now. We're going to tell you how to get started. And I thought nobody better than to walk you through the getting started process than I like to call them a power couple. Chip is the CEO of a healthcare company that employs 500 plus people. He's had the displeasure of having to downsize during this downturn. Janice is a powerhouse in this business. She's just such a people person and changes lives out there all the time speaking in the business. But Chip, give us y'all's perspective and then tell us all how to get started.
Okay. Man, what a call. I love hearing from all these people. I'm inspired every time I have the pleasure of listening in and participating. Janice and I do this business together. We're approaching retirement age, and the residual aspect of the income here at RX is exactly what we need. We also could use the products. When I think of the Beauty Boost, I think I need to order a truckload because, and Tammy, the gray hair, you sold me on that. If you look at my head of hair, it's nothing but gray. But you saw a picture there, if you could go back for just a minute. This is a very dear friend of ours, Randall Jones. Randall was still is a school teacher in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And you could see in the top picture, he was really struggling with his weight. He was an insulin-dependent diabetic who was given a very bad prognosis by his doctor. He and his wife, Martha, and their son, Zach, decided to do the drops. And lo and behold, and like Vince, that pair of pants on the right, I've actually seen Randall wear around when he needed that size. And he's just had an incredible experience. These products are changing lives all over the world. It is incredible. And what it takes to get started is so simple. It's just saying, yes, let's go. And if you'll flip over, yeah, thank you, Tammy. One of the cool things is that the company has put together at Todd's leadership and direction these value packs. And just to frame this for you, if you look at those first 3 packs, A, C, and D, that's about $600 worth of product that you can get started with really at $370. What a value. When I think of purchasing things for our house or for our company, I always think about value. What will I really get from this? For $370, you can literally change your life. as so many people have done. For those who really either have a big need or are wanting to build the business right from the start, the ultimate transformation is a way to get like 9 months worth of these products all in one fell swoop. Once you do that, then all you need to do to qualify for an income position is to have roughly $150 in product or 100 volume points going through your business on an auto ship every 4 weeks. That can be products you use yourself. For all of us on this call, we've used these products and we use way more than 100 volume points or $150, but it doesn't have to be you. It can certainly be customers of yours. We have many customers who have auto ships and order way more than this. That's the easy part of this business. Really, it's all easy, Todd, in getting started. You pick your transform pack, you get ready and start your personal transformation. You set up a smart delivery or auto ship and you're off to the races. One of the greatest things about the RX business is there are so many people who are willing to help you. Actually, yesterday I sent Tammy, and we're not even connected in any way in business other than we work together. I sent her.
Sir, may I interrupt you for 1 second?
Sure.
I must say, Janice is looking lovely today. Beautiful. You've got a gorgeous wife. You've got a gorgeous wife.
Well, thank you.
I approve.
But it's the products.
Just wanted to say.
Let me
Keep
also.
it up. I'll definitely be investing in these products to have skin like that.
Well, let me also point out that
woman.
I outkicked my coverage, didn't I? I caught her in a weak moment 37 years ago. Also included in the pack are all these business building tools. You can have a global business literally for $400 and start marketing these products around the world. So I was saying about Tammy, I sent her a quick video that Janice and I are using to connect with people, and she gave me some feedback on that, which was
Give
great.
me 1 second. Chip, I'm muted. Go ahead, unmute again, Chip. I'm sorry about that. Had a little background noise coming in. Unmute again, Chip.
Thanks for that, Todd. No, Todd, be quiet, mate. You've ruined it. Just shush.
Okay, let us continue on.
Go ahead, Chip.
May I ask a question? Todd, does the product work on
Go ahead,
black
Chip.
people?
Okay, so
With the pack,
you get everything you need to build a business for the $24.95 to start, and then ordering one of those transformation packs, Todd. And that's absolutely the right thing to do. And I encourage anybody listening in to get started today. Don't put this off. Now's the perfect time to be building this business. Todd, back to you.
Yeah, and Chip, one last question for you. You run a large company, so you and Janice have to make time to do this. And just give us, why would you make time to do this when you're running such a large company? Just real briefly.
Yeah, when people ask me why, I say, why not? This is residual income. What I do for my day job, if you will, I get paid not hourly because I'm salary, but essentially I exchange time for money in the way of my compensation. By building a global business, I can establish residual income so the work I do today can trail me and follow me for years to come, which is what we need here in our house and as we approach retirement year. Certainly the government's not going to take care of us. And so that's why it's so important to establish a great stream of income.
Donald Trump will take care of you.
And then once you get started, who do you know that needs to either lose weight or just get healthy, or who might be interested in making money? The great thing that we're doing is we do all this together, as I was trying to allude to earlier. And certainly you just care and share, as somebody says, or just use the products and develop your own testimony and share it with friends. And this business will just explode for you. So we're loving every minute of it. We've developed lifetime friends through this business. People like you, Todd, and Chris, and Tammy, and Vince, and we could go right down the roster. but it's just an
You-
awesome experience.
You know, you're quite impressive. We've all been hearing about all the hacks going on in Zoom. We finally had our first one, but I think we got him kicked out. So great job talking right through him. I felt like I was getting left out, not getting the experience what everybody else got telling me was going on out there. So anyway, we're going to go now and conclude this. You know, when a person gets started, we talked about all this information, but when a person gets started, really all we want to do is set a goal to change our life. On the two fronts that we talked about, we want to set a goal from a health standpoint, start a transformation, make a commitment long term, not for a day, but stay on the products, get inflammation reduced, start sleeping good at night. Maybe if you've got some high blood pressure and things, hopefully start getting the body where it can help itself and get some good reports back from the doctor. And then we want to set a goal from a business standpoint. And a lot of times people say, well, what do I do? And really, we just share. We're looking for people just like ourselves that want better. And Dr. Crystal Vance is going to conclude us out by kind of talking us through that process. Dr. Crystal was a world-renowned chiropractor, had a massive operation, great business, but got introduced to a home-based business and an incredible line of energy drink products with Lemieux. And she transitioned from her chiropractic practice into full-time. So Dr. Crystal, if you don't mind, tell us about your transition. And then if you don't mind, as we conclude this, people are going to be watching this video from now on. How did you do it? Tell us what you did to transition into this full-time.
Absolutely. I am so excited to be on here, and I'm with you, Todd. If we're worthy of having somebody hack, we must have something really good to talk about here. So I am telling you that when I look at this picture, I am still working on this self-development of love myself through it all. Love the journey, not just, it's funny, it's really easy to post the before picture and the after picture, but it's the picture in the middle that we all tend to not look at. And so if you're a guest on here, I'm talking directly to you right now. This was specifically for you. You're a friend, you're a family member, and you're important to us. You're important to me because the girl on the left had spent $300,000 and gone to school for 8 years of college, had gotten herself in a lot of debt, and hadn't even made $1. So of course, stress, right? It was showing. It showed all over my body. I wasn't healthy. I wasn't mentally, physically, emotionally. There was nothing healthy about me. And all I was trying to do was have a better life. Like I just wanted more. I always felt like I was made to, there's something in me that's supposed to shine. And I have found through the last 5 years that I'm not the only one. Like you feel like you were made for more. And so when my friend reached out to me and was like, hey, Crystal, I really think you would love this nutrition. Now, mind you, I have a background in health. And so in my mind, I instantly was skeptical. I was like, she just wants me to talk to her. She just wants my network. And she's like, I don't care if you ever tell a single person. And so I'm telling you this, if you're here today, we don't care if you ever tell a single person. We are literally handing you a gift. This was a gift. Can you, that's me. This totally transformed everything about my life. To have the support, I no longer had to be a lone wolf in business. If you're a business owner, don't you get tired of having to do it all on your own? Like I couldn't go to my competition and ask for help. They could care less if I succeeded. And yet in here I have mentors, I have friends, I have teachers, I have people I can train, I can pass it on to. So that in itself has been a blessing. The physical transformation that I had, obviously, to go from a size 26 was the highest I got up to. Oh my gosh. down to a size 2-4. Like, I didn't even know I could really be a 2-4. Like, I was like, this isn't even human possible. And yet it has happened. So I don't know what transformation you need. Maybe it is that you need the numbers when you go to the doctor to look different. I'm not asking you to tell anybody. I want you to just get a transformation pack, figure out, we'll help you figure out which one's best for you to get your health changing. But here's what happened. When you love something, you tell everybody about it, right? And you start seeing things like it out there. So it's like when you buy a brand new car, all of a sudden everybody in the world has your car, because it opened up your eyes and you saw all these other cars just like it. That's what happened here. As soon as I started having this transformation, all of a sudden I saw all these people. I thought I was by myself, yet I saw all my friends that needed the same transformation as me. And I was like, hey, you should take a look at this. It's helping me. And what ended up happening is I started to make an income because I had gotten a pack. Instead of just being a customer, I got a pack, and that automatically made it possible for me to create some income. I never in my wildest dreams thought that my word of mouth marketing of talking to 4 of my friends, that's what I did. Todd's like, what did you do? I found 4 people. I shared this with 4 of my friends and family. And then automatically I just started telling other people, but those 4 people created a foundation, which now I look at as my business. It built a business foundation. I didn't really totally get what I was doing, but they said if you shared it with 4 people, you would get your money back in your pocket for what I had already spent. And I'm always like, oh, give me a goal, I'll run at it. So I did. I shared it with 4 people. They needed it. And I loved it when Chrissy's like, well, it paid my house payment. Right? Like, you guys, if you have a need here, I promise if you'll stop and take a look, you'll find a way to fill it. It's like last night, me realizing that I'm saving myself over $1,000 a month because I'm a part of RX. $1,000 a month I save because I use Redirect Health, which is the insurance company that we are associated with. Like, I don't know how much you're spending on insurance. My friend's paying $3,000 a month. I just saved him $2,000 a month because he got a fast track, or because he got one of these packs. He wanted to lose weight, and now he's saving himself $2,000 a month in insurance. So I don't know what it is that you're looking for. I don't know what need you have to fill, but it was really an easy decision to walk away from a 20-year-old practice that was very, very successful. But I had my hands on 40 to 50 people a day, their troubles, their issues, your job. Would you be willing to spend some time over the next couple years doing this in the small pockets of your time to be able to finally that day come where you get to make a decision of whether you go to work or not? And the day I decided that I was ready to live a life of making choices based off of my own decisions instead of the needs of my patients, the day I decided that I was done and I was going to go full-time here with RX, somebody approached me and asked me if I was interested in possibly selling my practice or looking for an associate. You want to talk about timing? None of this is by accident. You were not invited here by accident. So like I said, I'm speaking right to you. I want to thank you for coming on here, because the person who sent you this and got you invited here today, you mean a lot to them or they wouldn't have invited you. But I don't believe it's by accident that you're here. And it is as simple as getting your own transformation started. And I promise you, you, just like when you bought your new car and you see your car all around you, you will see people around you who need what you have. And all of a sudden, it's not about you anymore. And you can go make the world a better place. And that's right where we are right now, making the world a better place. One person at a time. So I'm excited to see your transformation. Please reach out if you have any questions. We're all here to help. And thank you for coming on here today. It's going to be a fun ride because it's the right place at the right time as North America takes off with RX.
You got it, Dr. Crystal. Fantastic. And if you're here for the first time, I'm just like you are. I don't believe that was actually Dr. Crystal in that before picture either. I don't know who she sliced in there, but that anything that did that, I want some of it. So I'm ordering me some extra stuff today. Tammy, another great day. Anthony, Vince, Christy, Janice, and Chip, man, love hearing all of y'all's stories. We want you, if you're watching this via video, we want you to become a story. We want you on one of these Zooms, sharing with the world your transformation. Just get back with the person that asked you to be on. They'll help you get your pack, get your transformation pack, and get you started. Everybody out there have a super blessed week.
Enjoy your day, guys.
Thank you, Todd. It was great.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Awesome call.
That was phenomenal. Thank you.
Wonderful job, everybody.
Thank you. Great call.
Thank you.
It's actually like a prayer call. We've been doing it every Wednesday, and it's actually have been really blessing people. But I don't even want to say